So I don't know what the hell happened to my money. Maybe I fell asleep in the car and somebody jacked me. I don't know. I
Also,
have no idea. But now I've got to leave New Jersey because you all told John to try to kill my ass.
I didn't tell John to kill you.
Well, I don't give a damn if it was you or not. Where was you at when they said it? Did you try to tell him to stop it?
I'm not
Did you tell him,
involved in
hey,
this cast.
don't turn John against Vaughn. Don't tell John to bust in his windows. Don't tell
Give me a second.
John
Let me know when I
to
can
destroy
talk,
his fucking car.
Vaughn, let me know when I can talk.
Why didn't you say that? Wait a minute. Why didn't you say those things?
Vaughn, let me know when I can talk. Okay, just let me know.
I'll let you know when you can talk. Well,
Okay.
see, here's the problem. Okay, here's the problem with y'all, and it's not just you; it's all of you motherfuckers. All right, you sit there and you egg on somebody that is already admitted to wanting to commit suicide. That should have been a huge red flag. Hey, this motherfucker's got, he's Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. We got to leave him the hell alone. But see, you motherfuckers won't leave people alone.
Well, like,
You I don't know if you just ignore the signs or what, but you won't leave people alone. What you guys have to understand that when you talk to people, especially people that have problems, all you're going to do is eventually increase those problems, not solve them, not make them better. You're going to increase those problems. So I'm just, you got to understand when John is sitting there and say, man, I might commit suicide tomorrow. I might kill myself. That's when you back the fuck off and say, okay, this guy's lost his ever loving mind. We're going to leave him the fuck alone. That's what you got to do. See, you got to do that. I know it's hard, but you got to try. I know he needs help. He needs to, he needs to just, bite the bullet and go admit himself into the hospital and say, hey, I need help. And, and just explain to the hospital staff what's going on. And they'll get him to the right people. They'll get him to the right people, but he needs to, to just find a hospital and walk in there and say, hey, man, I got a problem. I got a real problem.
I think you're kind of duty bound to report him being violent if he's been violent, because he may be violent to someone else, and if he is, that's kind of on you, right? Like if you don't stop it, and you're kind of duty bound to report it,
Well, the problem is though, I got to leave New Jersey now because he's actively stalking me. So now I've got to leave New Jersey. Oh yeah. So now I got to leave New Jersey.
Report it. You have to go drive to the nearest police station.
You didn't catch his last stream before he privated it?
I did not.
I don't know where Vaughn is. He wasn't at the Eagle 2. I think he took off. Someone wanted me to do an interview with Vaughn to find out how he was doing with the when he was caught red-handed, and couldn't find him unless he moved his car or moved to another location. I have no idea where he is. I should have put an AirPod tag on him, but I'm not a slimy scumbag like he is. You want me to go to Eagle 2 and check up on him? And check and see if he's there? Let's go see Vaughn.
I haven't seen Vaughn about 48 hours, yeah.
Who wants him? I don't think he's going to be there, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he's at Eagle 2. All right, we're rolling up in Eagle 2. Okay, don't see his car in the bank where he likes to park on the trees. I don't see him at Starbucks. I don't see him where I told him to park over in the fucking middle there. McDonald's. Is he sitting by the window charging his phone at the outlet? No. No Vaughn. There's no Vaughn.
I was just pointing out that I think you need to find the nearest police station and report this, man. Because what if he goes out and hurts somebody else?
Well, that's true. Well, see, they're going to want to detain me, though. I mean, when you're in a state, after a while, you have to go get a Jersey license. You have to put your car in Jersey tags. You have to do those things. I haven't done them yet.
Those are all minor. And there's no record of what date you got there. So don't worry about that.
Yeah, they don't know when you got there. They have no idea. They have no clue.
Well,
listen,
in any event.
If you're trying to subtly say that you're not exactly legal right now, then I hear you. And if that's the case, I understand. But still, I think, again, just my 2 cents, you may be kind of duty bound to do this, even if it does cost you some short-term consequences. You know what I mean?
Short-term consequences, I'll lose my car, dude. They'll impound my car. I can't afford to have my car impounded. No, I cannot.
Well, I just don't understand why they would impound your car.
Because
And again, maybe you're not saying everything, which is fair enough.
well, you're kind of, sort of, Kama Sutra. Anyway,
I got you.
the bigger issue though is that he needs the right people to talk to and get his act together.
I'm sure he has some of your possessions too.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But now see that, unfortunately, as much as I would love to say that John was the one that took my money, I can't say that because it's not true. The 1,500 was missing when I got to Jersey.
You don't have to physically go to the police station. You can make a phone call, Vaughn. Even as long as you have internet access, you can use a Google Plus account.
Well, I don't know. Like I said,
I just think that would cover your ass. If something does happen and you're forced to defend yourself, that'll be on record. You see what I'm saying? That way, it's just in your best interest, especially if you want to get a restraining order anyway. That's just how you get the ball rolling. Right. If John, who's a civilian his whole life, he's out of shape. I know you're getting up there in age, but John is out of shape. If you use some of that military shit you've been trained with and you hurt him bad, they're going to hold that against you. So you got to get this on record. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I think you should make an anonymous. If everything you say, and again, I'm not saying it's not true, but if it is true, I think you should report it, man. Just to cover your own ass, just to make sure that if he does something else, it's on record, and at least you tried. Your conscience will be clean.
Right. I understand. Well, I'll see what I can get done. Okay. How about I do this? How about I get to a safe location, and then call.
Hey, whatever works for you, man.
I think that's best because I need to get out of Jersey anyway. So I get out of Jersey, and then I'll make a call.
Don't say anything publicly that you're uncomfortable with. But what is your plan? Like, are you just gonna take off driving west, or are you gonna
just take off driving west? That's right. Or
southwest.
Had to think about that for a minute, but west. But because you can't go any further east, or you'll go into the ocean. So I'm going west. And now where am I going? Well, I've thought about going back to my hometown of Hamilton, Ohio. That is a possibility. But you know what? I may find some little podunk town where nobody knows me, but yet they've got internet, and I can just kind of chill out there, and make a go of it there, get a job working at some gas station or some shit, and make a go of it there, some little podunk town somewhere that nobody knows about.
Obviously, don't say anything that you don't want public, but.
Right.
Like, how much money do you have? Are you flat broke, or do you have a little bit of money? Like,
I am flat broke.
And John always was talking, and you mentioned this several times. He would always be like hypersexual in his speech, always. Like he had you buy him a sex toy. That's like humiliating and degrading.
If you sit there and watch his stream, and watch my expressions, it's very apparent by my expression that I do not.
You were uncomfortable. You were uncomfortable.
I do not appreciate that kind of talk. I never ever talk that way around a woman ever. And I don't understand. I don't understand. Saying, well, it's a New York thing, but the New York thing only goes so far. But I would never. It's not in me to disrespect women. It's not in me.
So the new battery's in your car? Like it's hooked up in your car?
The new battery is in my car, and the old battery is somewhere out there.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
It's out there somewhere.
It's
out there somewhere. The battery that was in this vehicle was too small. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I'm not a car guy.
I did not know that either, and it just dawned on me that when I went and got the battery and got to go to put it, it's holy shit. I mean, the battery that was in here was tiny compared to the battery that goes in, and it's like, So maybe the backers had changed the battery in that vehicle or something. I don't know, but of course now now that it's got the right battery in it, it's humming like a sewing machine. Isn't that amazing how that works? Trying to get the hell out of Dodge before I get killed.
Do you think he's capable of killing you?
Dude, anybody's capable of killing. Okay, especially especially when they're out of their right mind. You know, he's not in his right mind. Okay, he's not. And when people are out of their right mind, they can end up getting super strength. They can end up, being able to do things you wouldn't even imagine.
Is John a drug user?
That I don't know. That I don't know. I've
And
never
you don't know
seen him
why
do
he was
that.
in court? You don't know why he was in court?
I do not know why he was in court. He didn't reveal that information, but he did admit that, yes, he was in court. Now, for what, I do not know.
And when was this roughly? I know you don't have the exact date, but like a couple days ago, a couple weeks ago?
2 days ago. I don't know. When was it?
Right.
For before?
It was the last Wednesday. The Wednesday, he blew up on the Thursday.
It was Wednesday, and he blew up on the Thursday.
I came in late, so, and I hope I don't upset the chat when I ask this, but can you give me like the Cribs Note version of like the violent parts? Like, what did he do exactly?
Well,
I didn't hear it.
Like I said, when we were at the laundromat a week or so ago, he said something about, me not doing something or whatever, or being around or whatever. I don't remember the exact wording. And I replied to him. I said, John, when you're not around me, there's no way I can know what you're doing. And he absolutely tore up and just started freaking out. Well, you got to know my itinerary. You have to know I was at work. You know this and that. And I'm said, John, there's no way. Situations change. You could go to work and only have to work half a day. You could go to work and they tell you we don't need you today, and you could come back home. How am I going to know what the hell you're doing when you're not around me? And at that point he actually physically assaulted me. He hit me in the shoulder. And, you can ask G-Man about my back and my shoulders. They're solid as a rock. I hope he broke his hand, frankly. But in any event, they're solid. Ask G-Man. Are you worried that John will find you? Yeah, fuck yeah. Dude, he's tried to kill me twice. Well, I don't know about the first time. He just hit me the first time. But the second time, he stated hit on the shoulder, dude. He hit me right on the shoulder.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't hear that, so I'm not trying to get you to repeat everything.
Yeah.
I came in late.
That's
so I didn't
fine.
hear that.
But I mean, yeah, but the thing of it is, I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the man is unhinged. He is completely fucking unhinged.
What do you have for protection today? Like, I mean, you're just sleeping there. Are you afraid he's going to smash the window and grab you while you're sleeping?
I have the twisted staff of Baal. At any moment, I can call down lightning out of the sky. I can call down lightning out of the sky at any time. I don't think he wants to be electrocuted.
Well, and you're allowed to use your magic in defense, right? Like you're allowed.
Absolutely, absolutely can.
Good. I know I know the gods had your hands tied, but I think
they got me tied. They got me tied. I can't use it to better I can't use the magic to better myself.
You can't to win the lottery.
But I can defend myself.
No, that's understandable. Now, is it the knobby ball you have or the twisted staff?
No, the knobby is for thunder, and the twisted is for lightning.
And you only have the one. You thought you had the two, but you lost one.
Yeah,
probably Larry took it.
I had both, and I don't know what happened to the knobby one. I don't know.
The knobby's for show, and the twisted's for dough. You know what I mean? If you catch my drift.
Domestic violence, straight up domestic violence. Fine, you're a victim, and you get paid.
I mean, y'all live together, so when you beat somebody up that lives in your home, that's domestic violence. You don't have to be in a sexual relationship.
Right.
If you beat up your little brother bad enough, that's domestic violence.
Assaulting an elderly person, I believe, is a felony.
Elder abuse? That's right.
Yeah, elder abuse. That's a felony in all 50 states, I'm pretty sure.
I think he lured you up there just to drain you of your money, and the second you got out of money, that's when he got extra nasty.
And that's when he got extra nasty.
And the whole point of him, he was trying to tell you, look, I'll take care of you. Come up here, I'll take care of you. And the second he had to take care of you, it was a problem.
Right.
Yeah, so 21VTube says, I saw John reaching for your dinghy while you slept one stream.
You saw me do what now? To where?
He was grabbing at your crotch.
He was grabbing at my crotch?
When you were sleeping.
When I was asleep?
Yes.
Really?
That's what she said.
Yes.
That is not.
Johnny's homosexual, Vaughn.
That's not cool at all, man.
You've been living with a homosexual.
That's why he talks about women the way he does. It's a cover. He's trying to.
Somebody did post a comment somewhere. I forget where they posted it now, but somebody posted a comment that they thought he might be a closet homosexual, and that he was upset because he couldn't come out of the closet.
Well, that's why he wants to get rid of. That's why he doesn't like the name J-Dubs, because in the past when he was on Stickam, he had a gay relationship with two guys on Stickam, and they call and that's why he doesn't like the J-Dubs name, because it ties him back to that.
Why in the fuck didn't you guys tell me?
We did. He bans us. He blocks us.
We did.
Oh.
I know you're trying to stay away from police station stuff, and I understand that, but have you considered maybe getting a rape kit done? And when I say rape kit, I don't mean like, your back end. I mean like maybe he fondled you in the front when you were sleeping. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
They can put dyes and stuff there. I know.
Well, how do y'all know that he did this?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. That's why you get the rape kit.
Well, I mean, how did the other
happen?
What now?
It could have happened, James. It could have happened. Maybe you should go get it checked.
But I usually roll up my windows and lock my doors. I mean,
Yeah, again, I'm just saying, my concern is, I know you can protect yourself, and I know you have a storied past, and you're capable of extreme violence if you have to be in defense of yourself.
I am capable of. Well, let's just put it this way. I mean, if I need to do something, I can do it, but I choose not to.
So I'm not worried about your safety per se. I'm worried about the next person, and like if you don't do your civic duty. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I told Candace, I said, do not come up here for any reason. You want to meet me in some other state and hook up with me, fine. But you coming to see John, I don't recommend it. I think it's dangerous. I do. I think the man is completely unhinged, and I think he would hurt Candace because see, he gets aggravated with Candace because Candace always brings up her past. And he always gets angry at her over that. And I'm afraid, if she brings up her past one too many times, he'll get violent with her too. And see, I don't want that. Because then I would get violent. And you don't want me violent. That would be a bad thing. Because, I did fall in love with Candace. I really did. I know y'all don't believe it, but I did. And, hey, surprise, But, she's not interested in me, I guess, but whatever. But if he was to hurt her, then
that was the whole purpose of him trying to humiliate you publicly, because she was watching those streams. That's unfortunate.
And see, but you know what the irony? You know what the irony of this whole damn thing is? If he hadn't got rid of that damn apartment, I would have hooked up my computer. I would have made that stupid ass resume that everybody says they want, and I would have had a job my first fucking week there.
Well, he entrapped you, Vaughn. The whole point was to get you there, bleed you of all your cash, and he told you he was going to take care of you. He told you that.
He did say that.
And then the second he had to, it was a problem.
Right. Well, see, but there's more. Okay, because I would have set up my computer. I would have made the resume that everybody wants. I would have panned out the resume to all these locations, and I would have got a job, dude. I would have had a job my first week there. I sure would have. Not only that, but even more. I'm loaded down with money with food stamp money. I could have filled his refrigerator for the next 3 months. But see, he didn't want that.
That's
for whatever reason. Oh, here's something you trolls are gonna love. You guys are gonna love this shit. You ready for this one?
No.
G-Man was going to give me a $100 bill. All right. G-Man was going to give me a $100 bill. And John literally come in between me and G-Man and said, "Well, I gotta have half of that too." And so G-Man had to give him 50 and me 50. He wouldn't shut up until G-Man gave him 50 and me 50. And him supposedly now remember, folks, he's saving up for a house, right?
That's right. He doesn't need the money. You do. And houses
are $2 million here in this area. All right, which means he's got to at least 2 million, right? So he's got to have at least $100,000 in the bank. Well, see, that's the irony of it. He blew up over an $11 gift certificate, but yet he's got thousands of dollars in the bank that he
bogarted $50 from you too.
Yeah,
and then bogarted the $50 that should have come to me.
Did he even put the battery in for you?
No, he did not. No, I
He
came
just yelled
across
at Vaughn. He just yelled at him the whole time.
I came across a good Samaritan, and me and him put the battery in. And, you know, he had a pair of pliers because I needed a pair of pliers. I had a ratchet set, but I didn't have a pair of pliers. So, you know, he had a pair of pliers. He had a knife to cut the, you know, the, what's that, not twist tie, but
Zip tie?
zip tie. Thank you. So he cut the zip tie with his knife, and then he used his pliers to get at some of the bolts because I couldn't get to them. And so between me and him, we got the new battery in and got it took care of. But I don't know.
Well, Vaughn, there was something else that John did mention. He said you tried to move in with his mum. Is that right?
That's not true. That's not true.
Maybe you should go speak to his mum. Maybe go speak to his mum, move
John,
in there, and let her know.
John was the one that offered me to stay at his mom's, and I said no. I wouldn't want to intrude. Plus, I'm not going back to New York. I escaped New York for a reason, and I'm not going back to New York. Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how well would you say your gods are looking after you right now?
Well, they love to scare the shit out of me. Okay, they do. They apparently they take great delight in scaring the shit out of me.
They're trying to scare you into action, I think.
And well, I'm getting to that. And so they wait till the last possible second, and then they'll spring something on me, and I'll get the victory every time.
At the end of the day, that guy got you to Jersey, bled you of every nickel you had, and then bought a fucking sex toy and a battery. You know what I mean? So it wasn't just a sex toy; it was a homosexual sex toy with that was two-sided.
Well, the thing
and he made you buy it so there was consent. He made you buy it, Von, so that you consented.
Right. Well, here's the thing. The thing that really chaps my ass is that he got rid of his apartment. You know. Now maybe he really couldn't afford to rent and had to get
because
rid
he
of it.
wanted to do OnlyFans content with you, and he didn't want to have an apartment where the cops could come find him and find you.
But
he wanted to be on the run.
But see, the thing of it
car
is,
sex is huge in the gay community. Car sex is huge in the gay community. That's what he was. He wanted a gay sex tape in the car.
In the bushes at a park, under the car.
Yeah. Gas station bathrooms, McDonald's fast food store. That's like the whole thing.
Right.
That's where we get the term glory hole. I'm not super, I don't know a lot about it, but that's where that term comes from.
Yeah, it probably does. You're probably right. By this time tomorrow, I should be in a small undescript town, not marked on a map anywhere, because I'm specifically going to look for that. Let's address the smelly part thing, because I'm my nose isn't okay. Yeah, I broke my nose fighting, but it's not broken in the sense that I can't smell. In fact, I can smell very well. And I can smell my armpits. They don't smell. They have no odor. None. Zero. And I was tempted to go up and actually ask people randomly, hey man, do I smell? And but every person I talked to said, no, you don't smell. Or they said, or they'll say their nose was stuffed up. But the people I've talked to, no, man, you don't smell. And I said, it's not offensive, it's not revolting, it's not making you want to throw up. Because that was what John was trying to portray. Oh man, it's so bad, you want to throw up. So I went and I asked, I said, do I smell? They said no.
Well, are you going to pay him back for the batteries still, or?
Well, see, normally when somebody gets me something, I pay them back. However, obviously, if somebody tries to kill my happy ass over $11 fucking and a gift certificate at that, I'm at the point where I don't think he needs the money. I think I need the money more than him, and I do actually, because I need to get across country. So I do need the money more than him.
You deserve the money. You deserve it, really, don't you?
Well, I do. Look at all the money I'm out, man. $2,000. And got absolutely nothing to show for it, man. That sucks.